Now, most of our friends who have teenage children or who are empty nesters like us shy away from going to Disney World for an adults-only vacation because when they went there or to Disneyland on vacation with their young children in the past, they would return home exhausted. Yet, Nancy and I have relaxing, memorable vacations at Walt Disney World all the time. We've learned from our own experiences and that of others how to have a relaxing adults-only vacation. And now, here are our 5 what not to do tips to help you have a relaxing adults-only or multi-generational family vacation at Walt Disney World. And yes, you will want to stay to the end for not 1, but 4 bonus tips to consider when planning such a vacation. Tip number 1, do not buy a park hopper theme park ticket. That's right, I said it. Do not buy a park hopper theme park ticket. Theme park ticket with the park hopper option, in case you do not know, allows you to enter 1, 2, 3, or all 4 Walt Disney World theme parks on the same day. Save your money. Do not do it. Not if you want a relaxing vacation. Let me explain. Walt Disney World is large. How large? Well, Disneyland in Anaheim, California, including both Disneyland and California Adventure theme parks, hotels, downtown Disney, parking, etc., is around 500 acres. By comparison, Walt Disney World in Florida is approximately, wait for it, 25,000 acres, or over 50 times larger. The size of Walt Disney World has been compared by some to the size of a city like San Francisco. That's big. Look at this chart comparing the approximate size for each of the 2 theme parks at Disneyland in Anaheim, California, and then to each of the 4 theme parks at Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida. The point is that each of the 4 theme parks at Walt Disney World are larger, much larger, than either of the 2 theme parks at Disneyland. Trying to go to 2 of them in the same day is a recipe for how not to have a relaxing vacation. Don't do it. Now, there's one exception to this rule that Nancy and I do use from time to time. If you really want to eat dinner at one of the fabulous restaurants in Disney's Epcot theme park for most nights during your stay, then yes, get a park hopper ticket because you need park admission to get into Epcot. You do not get into Epcot free just because you have a dining reservation. So do not buy a park hopper ticket. You'll thank me, while your feet will thank you. And you'll be on your way to a much more relaxing vacation at Walt Disney. Tip number 2, do not buy a theme park ticket for every day you will be on site, including arrival and departing days. It can be so tempting to say, we're only going to be at Walt Disney World for a short time, be it 7 nights, 10 nights. Let's visit the theme parks all day, each and every day, to make sure we see everything and do everything multiple times, since we don't know when we're going to be back. Once again, do not do it. If you want to have a relaxing, memorable vacation, that is, first, you'll save yourself some money by not buying a theme park ticket for each day. Second, I can almost guarantee that the more consecutive days you go to one of the theme parks all day, you will become more and more exhausted earlier and earlier each day, to the point you won't find your vacation very relaxing. Someone might get a little cranky. Yeah, that's always fun, as they feel obligated to stand in line for yet another ride that they've already done, and you start to question why you are there in the first place. Imagine running, even walking a full marathon in the heat of Disney World. It's a lot of fun and excitement at the beginning. During the middle, you kind of wonder why you're doing it. And at the end, well, after almost 7 consecutive hours, I've done it. That's how long it took me. Nancy has done it many times, but she's faster. So sure, we got the job done, but it was definitely not a relaxing experience. Vacationing at Walt Disney World is not a sprint each and every hour of every day. By having a theme park ticket for 1 or 2 or more days less than you'll actually be staying in Walt Disney World, you can pace yourself. You're forced to pace yourself. You'll be more refreshed and relaxed on the days you actually spend in one of the theme parks. Tip number 3, do not wait until the final minute to buy your theme park tickets. When was the last time you saw prices of something, anything, go down? Sure, there are exceptions like, groceries and cars during the whole supply chain issue. Remember them? Yet, when was the last time that tickets to theme parks went down? Tip number 4, do not try to do everything in any theme park in one day, except perhaps Animal Kingdom. Remember how large each theme park in Walt Disney World was? Big. Really big. It takes time to get around from one attraction to the next in each park. It is very hard to not try and do everything as much as you can and cram into every walking and waking hour. But this is not relaxing at all. Exciting? Sure. Long, very long hours in each park? Absolutely. Tiring? You bet. Relaxing? No. By far an optimal approach to the attractions and shows at each theme park is to decide which are your must-do rides, attractions, shows, restaurants inside those parks. Each of the theme parks you plan to visit, then do those attractions, shows first. This will require some waiting in line for a while, depending upon the size of the crowds on the day you are in that particular theme park. Others may not. Even purchasing Genie Plus is no guarantee that some of the rides, shows, etc. will not require you to wait in line for a bit. What's Genie Plus? A little bit later for that one. Tip number 5, do not open and close a theme park on the same day, every day. Imagine spending all day and well into the evening at one or more of the theme parks until closing. Well, how long are you actually going to be there? Well, Disney's Animal Kingdom theme park typically closes first depending upon the season. This could be as early as 7 p.m. Disney's Hollywood Studios and Epcot theme parks can close 9 p.m. or later. Magic Kingdom, 10 p.m. or later, again depending on the season, special events, extended magic hours, and the like. If you open a theme park at Walt Disney World, you could be getting up either side of 6 a.m. and not return to your resort, in some cases until well after 10 or 11 p.m. or later. That's a lot of time, much of it on your feet. And imagine doing that for every day of your vacation. All right, on to the bonus tips. Bonus tip 1, do not wait in long lines for popular attractions all day. Now this tip is one that folks will be very opinionated about. These tips work for us. The most popular attractions at Walt Disney World theme parks can see wait times of more than an hour, sometimes upwards of 2 hours or more. I'm not kidding. Take, for example, the Avatar Flight of Passage at Disney's Animal Kingdom theme park. It is frequently between 90 and 120 minutes to wait. In the first few months after this attraction opened, it was not uncommon for wait times to exceed 3 hours. So the following strategies are what we recommend to have relaxing, memorable vacations at Walt Disney World and still experience the top attractions on your gotta-do list. Bonus tip number 2, get to the park early, right before it opens. You'll thank us for this one for sure. You see, you can experience multiple attractions in the first hour or two that the park opens. Any of the 4 theme parks at Walt Disney World, depending upon the crowds, that would take you 5 or 6 hours to do in the afternoon. Bonus tip number 3, go back to your resort around or just after lunch, go for a swim, take a nap, people watch. Later in the afternoon, if you want, head back to the same theme park. You can monitor the wait times on the Disney World app on your smartphone so you can see when crowds are starting to thin by the reduction in wait times for the attractions you want to redo or do for the first time. And bonus tip number 4, you can also pay to use for the day Genie Plus. There are lots and lots of YouTube videos about Genie Plus. You should check them out. In some, it is a way for you to make a reservation for most of the attractions in a theme park. This lets you use what's called lightning lanes at an eligible attraction versus standby lanes, so fewer people will be in the lightning lane. Remember, there is a daily charge that changes depending upon crowds and so on for Genie Plus. As well, There are limits regarding which attractions in which theme parks you can use the Genie Plus service. Yes, as mentioned, this is more money out of your pocket, so be aware. However, Nancy and I do like using Genie Plus at Disney's Hollywood Studios, as it has among the most popular rides of all 4 theme parks. It saves a lot of time not waiting in long standby lines when we could use that time to relax by the pool. There you have it, our 5 do not tips plus 4 bonus tips helping you have a relaxing, memorable vacation at Walt Disney World. We've added a link to the How to Relax playlist of videos in the description below. And remember, if you have other tips that you use to have a relaxing and memorable vacation at Walt Disney World or Disneyland, please leave a comment to help everyone out.